freedom of speech isn't free. You're going to have to fight for it, kid. Many executive orders were signed yesterday, and one of them is restoring freedom of speech and removing censorship. And this is a very important message today. And in today's lesson, I'm going to be breaking down the connection. I'm going to discuss mainly 4 executive orders in this video. And it's going to be very relevant. I chose these 4 because it's about everyday life people. And a lot of you, including myself, we have all experienced a lot of weird things over the past few years. And the number one thing, it's so important, especially at a spiritual level, is your speech. Because you're able to create with speech. You're able to change the world with speech. But if you have a muzzle over your face and you can't speak up, it's going to actually slow down the growth of humanity as a whole. The spoken word is so important. The power of I am is so important. And, the executive order was signed yesterday, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. And this has been something that has been front and center over the past few years. And everything else follows that. Regardless, you might be new to this world-famous channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And everyday life people are taking over. Yeah. But I discuss a lot of different things on this channel, and it's really important as we move forward as a society, or if you're going to be a leader, if you're going to be a content creator, you're going to have to practice what you preach. And it doesn't matter anything that I want to speak about, anything that I want to teach, it all is going to follow freedom of speech. Why doesn't everyone write that in the comments? Let's get this energy going today. Freedom of speech. Everything follows that. And those that have been on our journey, seeing what I have been going through and dealing with and sharing, it doesn't matter what topic I talk about. You could throw them all out if you don't have freedom of speech. You have to end censorship. And this executive order is very powerful as we move forward. This event that we're going through is the expansion of consciousness. You might be getting this message, and because of the internet, because you had things available to you, you were able to expand your consciousness. You are able to understand and learn that there's a whole different reality out there than what you saw on TV. I saw it on TV. It's gotta be real. There's a whole different world out there. You became aware of many different things, as did I. Awareness is the precursor to change. You want people saying, I want change. How many people want change? A lot of people want change. Do you want change in your everyday life? You hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. We'll have some change for your everyday life. Awareness is the precursor to change. If you're not aware of anything, then you just keep going on that hamster wheel. You keep repeating the same thing. There is no change. It just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. But once you become aware of something, oh, I can go this. Oh, I didn't even know that it existed. Sometimes we go into a habit. We drive home. We drive to the store a certain way. We drive to work a certain way. And then you drive a different, oh, I didn't even know. You became aware of so many different things, maybe about your neighborhood. That's why this expansion of knowledge is power. The lack of knowledge is the lack of power. I'm sure, yeah, oh, knowledge is power. Knowledge is, it's not just a phrase. The lack of knowledge is the lack of power as well. That's why speech and having the clear channel, like God gives us the clear channel, right? You want to be tuned into the clear channel. You don't want to get static anymore. Let's get the static out. Let's get on the clear channel. Coming and doing this, coming on, right? I should be, as a content creator, as a leader of millions of people, I should be able to press the button, record, and just speak. But what happens when there's censorship, then there's another filter I have to go through. There's a processing thing that's going on in the brain, and we're entering the age of authenticity. So when people, when they come on, they should just be able to speak without having to go through that additional step. It restricts growth because why is that? Because it also insert fear. Insert fear. Oh, my work is going to be thrown off or censored or demonetized or whatever can happen. There's an extra step of fear. And it comes in many forms. You know, it's not just let's just you could be totally, which I went through. I appreciate everyone being here and supporting this. A lot of you know my journey. You know my journey, and I still keep going, and I still keep going, and that's what you have to do. You have to keep going, especially when you're in the right, because freedom isn't free, kid. Freedom isn't free. I had to fight for it, and I'm still fighting even today. Even today. Hit that like button if it resonates. Overcome, because censorship comes in many forms. Could come in the form of maybe shadow banning. You know, when people tell, oh, I couldn't find your videos magically. Oh, I could. How many people dealt with that? Oh, I can't find the videos. That's also censorship. That everyone it has to be free and clear. Everyone gets an equal opportunity. There's many different forms of censorship. There's many different forms of suppression. Then you have to put a big question mark on it. Why? Why are these people being censored, but those people aren't being censored? Ask the question. I saw something interesting yesterday too. Why were all these people pardoned if they didn't do anything wrong? What? Like, are you awake? Are you alert? Are you figuring this out right now? You're going to have to figure this out. Why were people pardoned if they didn't do anything wrong? Ask the question. Why are people being censored? Why are people being shadow banned? Ask the question. You got to ask it. You got to speak it. You see how this works? I talk about the spiritual level of these things. You got to start asking these questions and moving together, because we carry a bigger voice, and that electromagnetic signature that we're putting out there, maybe it doesn't happen right away, but that rebound, that echo comes back from the quantum field. This is the truth. I know there's always a lot of new people on the channel. You got to know these. Many different things were discussed yesterday. You might be an everyday life kind of guy or gal. Is that you? You came to the right channel. Yeah. So one of the executive orders, national energy emergency. You know, recently I was looking at my electric bill. You ever look at your electric bill? I say, oh my God, what? I got to pay all this money, right? And there's a lot of people out there, right? They don't really, you got to pay bills, right? The electric bill keeps coming in and it goes higher and higher and higher. So now there's a national energy emergency. We got to get these electric bills down. These are everyday life problems that need to be solved right now. Isn't it crazy with the electric bill? So it's wild. Jill Warsaw 999, I appreciate that. I love Trump's purple tie for our unification. New purple party, yeah, crown chakra. The best is yet to come. You gotta, and that's so, and there's people, they're not getting it. You gotta get away from duality. You gotta get away from labels, and you gotta come together. Oh, I gotta be red. Oh, I gotta be blue. But when you bring the two together, when you merge both sides, in spirituality, there's a term going on right now, merging the divine masculine and feminine energies. You have to have a balance. A lot of people are out of balance. You have to see the other side. You have to have these experiences. And when you have those firsthand experiences, when you can put yourself in other people's shoes, a lot of people that they don't really kind of get other people's journeys. Years ago, I was a public school teacher, and I saw and heard the stories of many different children and parents, and it was very important for my growth, for what I'm doing for humanity in this year and moving forward, because we know this is a big year of change, and leaders are going to lead this year. But we still have to push through these the little bumps in the road. We're picking up on a new frequency, but every once in a while, some of that old frequency kind of causes a distortion. So the electric bill, that's something we're all dealing with. National energy emergency. Here's another executive order. You know, recently, and I discussed this, there was a terrible tragedy in California. And a lot of people were very confused why there was no water. Why was there no water? It's a question. All those people, the homes were burning. Where was the water? National emergency, executive order routing more water from the Sacramento Delta to other parts of California. Executive. Why does there have to be an executive? Shouldn't it just happen? You gotta let me know, because I have these questions too. We all have friends and family, but a lot of us have friends and family in California. It's burning to the ground. Where's the water? Why? And I got to know this too. Why does there have to be an executive order? Like, isn't it like common sense? Let's get the water going. Let's get the water. Let's get that comment going. Let's get the water. Let's get the waters going in the chat. These are common sense things. You know, I've seen so many strange things in the past 4 years. And some of these things affected my everyday life, but what it did was it made me much stronger than I ever was before. God puts us in a state of pressure so that we can be refined like a diamond. Beautiful diamond, baby. You feel that pressure. The fire, it's the Holy Spirit fire. And I went through a lot of things over the past few years. So that was something. Here's another thing. So this is relevant also to me. And even though it doesn't affect me right now, what did Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. say? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So in this and I'm going to teach you how this goes. So executive order, delay TikTok ban for 75 days. A lot of people in a snap, they lost their livelihood because of that. So there's people out there, and you might be getting this. I'm here to defend all of the content creators that are out there. God gives you a mission. You got to do these things, right? In a snap, everyone couldn't make a livelihood anymore. So now this is being delayed. Like and I get it. I get like some people, this is the problem with society. They only see one aspect, but I shared this. If you're new to the channel, you watched the videos from the past week. You can't paint everything with a broad stroke. There are people that are actually doing good work on TikTok. And they lost their livelihood. On my journey, hit the like button so people hear this message. On my journey, I lost close to 4 months. I was not able to make money because maybe people in the world out there reported my video on the Sigma male for harmful content. And I had to go through a whole thing, how to fix this. And I lost 4 months of pay. This is an everyday life story that the people have to hear. So there's people out there that they were very terrified. I lived through it. 4 months I couldn't make money because people said the Sigma male video is harmful content. This is what goes on in the world. If you didn't know this, this is what goes on. So there has to be a restructuring of these things. Sometimes it's not just the corporations and maybe it's the everyday life people that are called narcissists that actually cause this crap to happen. You got to learn this. You got to know this is what has happened, and this is how we have to restructure moving forward. There are many content creators out there that went through a terrible time period in the past couple of years. Uncle Mike is here to defend each and every one of you. And now what we're doing is raising awareness to these things. These are real things that maybe I went through. Other people I'm not the only one. Other people went through it as well. And that's why, again, this is a grassroots movement channel. Please hit that like button if this is resonating with you. Please hit that subscribe button and share it on other social media platforms. Maybe the right people will see this message and it keeps moving forward. And it keeps moving forward. So delaying the TikTok ban for 75 days. Again, nothing is perfect in the world. Nothing is perfect in the world. But there are everyday life people that just lose everything because a button is pressed. And I know what it was like. I know what it was like to have a button pressed on me. And that's why we have to keep talking about it with our freedom of speech. That's why we have to keep talking about it because of our freedom of speech. So I know what it was like to not make money for 4 months. So there was a whole bunch, many people were in one flash, they were all not going to make money. Again, I know the whole aspect, but again, people say, oh, well, TikTok is not good. It's rotten the brain. I know there's a lot of silly. I see it on every platform. That is what it is. So here on this channel, here in this community, we are learning discernment. We are taking ownership of it. We know these things exist. So what are you consuming? What are you consuming on a daily basis? Not let's get rid of it. It's got to be free will. It's got to be free speech. Everyone's got to have a part in it. You don't just say, I'm gonna censor everything. I'm gonna take the whole platform down. It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, Carla Connects writes, be careful who you follow. My suggestion is don't follow anyone. Get family, because we're family here. You're going to see the difference. You're going to feel the difference when it's family, or if you just follow me on Instagram. Look at my photoshopped backside. Oh, if you love the truth, you'll love this channel. Yeah, some people will be triggered by this channel, but that's okay. I keep going on a daily basis. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Yep. No, a lot of people, that's you. That's you. For our men out there, those that are, that you worship these, Instagram models, they have filters. You're worshiping an illusion. So this is an everyday life example of how people worship an illusion, okay? People got to hear this. Hit the like button. So there'll be guys out there, and they gotta go on Instagram. They're worshiping this Instagram model, and the pictures are photoshopped or AI or whatever the heck it is. And you're spending your day worshiping an illusion. Wake up. Wake up. Be empowered. Take back your power. That's what we do on this channel. Got to be empowered right now. You got to be inspired, right? I'm inspired. I'm ready to run through the last 24 hours. Aren't you inspired? Aren't you inspired to do the work? When I went through what I went through, I said, I can't do the work. It was for real men, for real builders. It's a devastation because real men need purpose in life. Real men need purpose in life. Builders build, workers work. And again, it is free. You want to be Tom? You want to sit on the couch and eat nachos and cheese? That's your free will. You could do that. That's not me. I get up early I know there's new people to the channel all the time. Okay? I'm up early. I'm getting the work done. I'm getting the live stream done. I'm going to get the workout done. I'm done by noon. Some people are waking up hungover. Noon. The whole day passed you by. The whole day passed you by, kid. You got to wake up. Okay, take the Our Everyday Lives Challenge if this is inspiring you. Because we're going to do this as a unit, as a community this year. You hit that subscribe button and show up every day and see how your life changes in a year. And the last one I want to discuss kind of segues back to the first one. Executive order withdrawing the U.S. from the World Health Organization. Hoo, hoo, hoo! You know, people got to start taking back control of their everyday life experience. And a lot of people, the point that I want to make on this one, going back to the original one, the censorship that went on. Even earlier on my journey, I just had it in the title just because it was a topic that people were talking about. And there was a whole thing a couple of years back, and they were just randomly taking videos down. I said, "What did I didn't even say. I just had it in the title. Just having a conversation about it. Video taken down. Whoo! Who's that? Right? So these are everyday life problems that need to be addressed right now. And we could kind of see that certain things don't make sense. Things have to be run better, right? And a lot of this too, some of the AI programming needs to be working a lot better. And again, I get it because there are millions of people posting things on all these platforms. So, but we also have to realize we have to err on the side of the content creators. One button, one algorithm can destroy someone's life. Censorship can destroy someone's life. I fought every single day. A lot of you know my journey. I fought every single day, every day. It's worth it for your freedom. You might be getting this message. You might have lost 80% of what you had in life. And you had to get it all back. But for your freedom, God allowed these things to happen over the past few years so that you would learn how to fight for your freedom. For your freedom. Because freedom ain't free, kid. Freedom ain't free. Freedom of speech is so powerful. And we need to live in a world. And again, it doesn't mean that it does not give people the right to be nasty, right? Or I can write this, right? Because I got that. We get that. But things that could benefit, we have to simplify things. Is this raising the vibrational frequency of others? Or is this lowering the vibrational frequency of others? And you just have to put big question marks on things. Why are these things being censored? And a lot of people have woke up to these. Are you up? Are you up? Are you awake? Are you aware of what's going on? I'm speaking, Kelly. I appreciate everyone that stumbled in right now. Please hit the like button. It's a great support. Why do you got to say that for? I don't know. Maybe because the channel was shadow banned. I'm trying to get people. Everyone, hit the like button. Hit the share button today. Hit it. Do everything you can, right? Everyone's going to see these things, right? It's simple to see. It's not hard to see. This is a time period of common sense, not to think like robots anymore. I saw a lot of these posts on Facebook yesterday. Everyone was writing it. Why are people that, if you're not guilty or what, you didn't do anything wrong, what are you pardoning people and they weren't even like convicted of anything? So how do you, what's the part, like people were like confused on Facebook. I've seen a lot of changes on Facebook as well. There was a time period I lost everything. I lost all my photos. I lost friends. I don't know how to get in contact with them again. I've lost everything. Facebook years ago. But things are getting better now. Every platform has to do this, right? Facebook, TikTok, here, Patreon. Patreon has always been fair to me. Patreon has always been fair. Grateful for the support on Patreon. We have a 2-hour video. I talk about this. I talk about my 4-year journey and utilize that. I hope it motivates you. I hope you stay inspired, because real warriors will fight for their freedom. Real warriors will fight for their freedom. James, a lot of people are gone. I have photos. That was actually, I used to say, oh, I could keep the photos here. They're gone. They're gone. But it's okay. Sometimes, I know on my journey, going through these things, when I discuss the wilderness season that God puts us in, and you don't literally have to physically walk into the wilderness, into the woods. But the wilderness season, like for me, I had 0 social media. And the only thing I did was show up on YouTube. I lost everything. But you're going to find yourself. You have to do that. I'm telling you this. So be preemptive. Maybe do, even if you need to do a social media fast, don't live on Facebook all day long. I like to pop in. I like to pop my head in. I say, what are the humans talking about down there in the 3D? What's going on? Sometimes we like to pop in. We go from the 5th dimension. We pop our head in. We like to survey the land. We see what's going on, right? Sometimes we have to pop in and out. And the more that you do disconnect, it's not easy going through these things, but it really should be on our own terms. I'm grateful for everything that God put me through, because it made me a very powerful leader. The strongest one of all is the ones that could stand alone. I did a full video. It's on the channel page. Your true power is if you have the ability to stand alone. A lot of things in the world, like you're seeing this, truth could just stand. BS needs to be propped up. Fake people need to be propped up by other things, right? Fake BS needs to be propped up. But when you're connected to God, that's it, kid. It gives you strength, right, Amy? Yeah. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. The will beats the skill. And doesn't that last the test of time? Yeah, Kanye, it's difficult for us to blend in. We can't blend in. I saw a meme. I love the memes. Hit me up on Facebook. I like to share the memes there too, right? When you're a light worker and and it was like Big Bird walking with Darth Vader and the and the dark side soldiers, and Big Bird's walking. We can't blend in. The big yellow is sticking out, right? I love the memes. Do you love the memes? It's true. It's true. So I hope that I utilized what happened yesterday to present a very important lesson for all of us to see. And I hope you really start to understand the power of freedom of speech. And people just take it for, freedom of speech, it's so important to your everyday life. Freedom of speech. There's people out there, maybe you're you can't even have free speech in your own home. You can't have freedom of speech in the workplace. There's wrong things being done. You can't speak. Some people call these whistleblowers. I'll lose my job. I'll lose my livelihood if I speak up. Are you starting to realize how powerful freedom of speech is and how people can't actually speak their truth? It's a terrible feeling when you have to go to the workplace, you can't speak the truth. You go home, you're sitting on the couch, you can't speak the truth. It's a very terrible feeling, and we want everyone to have their freedoms back. That's what we're doing here. Cosmic Dreams, thank you so much for the support. I'm so grateful for the support. Daddy's home, and life is cozy, friends. Welcome to the golden age. Yeah, it's the age of Aquarius, baby. It literally is the golden age. It literally is the age of Aquarius. It's more than just a beautiful song. We left the age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius. And there's many signs, there's many energies that are shifting in the now moment. And I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Yeah, it's the golden sunshine. So I am grateful for each and every one of you. The greatest support of all, could you kindly right now click the like button? It's a great support for this message. And if it does resonate with you, please take a moment to share this video today. Visit the channel page. There's a lot of stuff for us to break down. And what I do, if you are new to the channel, I take a lot of these everyday life events that are going on, and I break it down to a spiritual, energetic meeting that you could actually digest and break down. And then you could say, hey, you know what? I can improve my everyday life. Because all of these issues that are being dealt with this year, it's for everyday life, people. We see things and it'd be a big show, pomp and circumstance and all this other stuff, but it's not helping maybe, a person that's at home, a person that's, trying to support their family. It's a great shift that's happening. And it really is, it's powerful when we all do it together. So what are your thoughts? Leave comments on this video. Do you feel the importance of restoring freedom of speech and ending censorship? We're really, as we move forward and we see these changes and the changes are implemented, it's really creating a lighter and brighter society. And I'm grateful for all of you. And again, the links are in the description. We have Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. We have YouTube Shorts. Check out the YouTube Shorts. I would like to try them again. I'm more of a long form content, I believe it's called. But I like to do some of those. So hit the like button on those. It gives me a message to say, I need to do these more. We have, I put up a very interesting TikTok. And just, in the past, I only put up one, but I saw an instant change. And a lot of content creators see this. You post a video and then you kind of know, and then all of a sudden it's like, then it changes. So now it changed, but it changed moving upwards. So the TikTok link is there. And that's why you have to be alert. Be alert to everyday life. Be alert to the things that are going on. And learn how to navigate the energies. Don't force against things, but if things are flowing, then you have to course direct, and now you start flowing this way. Because sometimes it's like we're pressing against the wall, and we're not causing any change. But if we all collectively push together, it all comes crumbling down. It's just a house of cards. It's just an illusion. It's like those Instagram models that are just all photoshopped. It's just an illusion, fellas. Wake up. Wake up. Right? Oh, the celebrities, wake up. It's just an illusion. But the truth is going to last the test of time. It's not going to erode. It's going to keep going. And we're all going to keep going. We're all going to keep going. I love you all. Leave comments. Yeah, it is. These are the wacky times. The Matrix was the Matrix was a documentary. It really was. Yeah, the dust hasn't settled yet. It's again. So what's this bumpiness, right? It's the transfer from one frequency to another Don't start thinking about life in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, like Tesla taught us. One frequency is we're leaving it. You're picking up one radio station. You're getting two. Now you're getting the new one. But sometimes that old station is causing a little dissonance. So it is the way. All you could do is keep moving forward. Eventually, if you keep moving forward, you're picking up on all of the new frequency, and you leave the old frequency behind. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm sure there's a lot of things for me to break down in the upcoming days and weeks and years. And years. Oh, yeah. I love you guys. I really do. I love you all. Grateful for all your support. Keep going, kid.